All right, real quick here. I just arrived in Springfield. I was at a fill-up station, probably about 12 miles from here, something like that. And sitting in there, the lady I got a cup of coffee, and she told me I was talking to her about it. I tried showing that picture of the angel. I do it with everybody. It's like testing the water to see what people are like around here. And now everybody was like, I can't see it. I can't see it. I mean, my gosh, how hard is it to see? You know, it's right there. Little angel blowing a trumpet above my head. It's not too hard to see. And this picture's old. It's a couple years old. On my phone, it's more easier to see. You know what I mean? But a lot of people saying, no, they couldn't see it at all. And one guy in a stop before that, boy, his eyes, boy, it's like something got in there. He was digging and digging, and he couldn't look at me anymore. And like something was in there digging in his eye. And then he was trying to look at me, and his head was down, and he couldn't look at me. It was real hard for him to look at me even. I believe I'm on the path that I'm supposed to be on here. And wait till you hear this. This place where I stopped to get the coffee, those people couldn't see it at all. I turned around, there's this little short girl with her hood up, covering her face kind of. Black, a lot of black makeup on her face and stuff. And she looked like she was about 23 years old. She had a wad full of 20s in her hand. And she asked the lady, can you give me change for this? And then the lady said, she goes, well, how much have you got there? She goes, well, I know how much I got. And she goes, well, how much is it? She goes, well, you can tell me. And she started counting out. She goes, you know, you got your money all wadded up like this, you know? And she straightened it out for her. She counted it out. She had a total of $160, you know? And I look at numbers. 8 and 8 is, you know, 16, you know? Which the 0 represents, I've always said, is the devil. So, and the way this girl was acting, like there's something wrong, and I asked her, and I said, you need change? And she goes, I'm talking to her. And I said, okay. And I'm getting a very, very light mist rain here now. But anyhow, I'm sitting there thinking, boy, she looks very demonic and evil. And she came out of nowhere, too, man. And anyhow, the lady goes, she counted out her money, she gave it back. She goes, here's 140. She goes, I'll take 20, and I'll give you change for the 20. She started putting down the 5s. And the girl goes, I don't like 5s. Don't give me no 5s. And I told her, I said, man, I said, I'm the 5th child in my family. And I said, not only that, I was born on May 23rd. May's the 5th month. 2 plus 3 is 5. And I'm 55 years old. I said, 5s are all around me. And she looked at me. She had her head down. And, you know, you could see like an evil look on her. And I'm thinking, wow, man, this is like really, really strange. This is something that you would see in the movies, man. I'm telling you, I've had demonic people coming at me. I've even had it in the grocery store where people would twitch their face really fast and then spit their tongue out like that and then show one eye, you know, at the grocery store. I've had it at a restaurant while I'm eating. I mean, these are people out of the blue. They're letting me know that they're around me. They're all around me, you know. And, but see, I also have a lot of angels around me. The Father in heaven, Jesus Christ, and holy angels are all around me. You know, whatever, you know, see, the devil, it don't matter, man. I'm telling you. God ordains everything. And everything's going to happen according to his will. And he'll use the devil to make it happen. And the devil don't even know it. You know, God's in control of everything. That's why I said I'm going to separate the sheep from the goats. You know, this is our 50th Super Bowl this year. All the signs. See, plus driving up here, I was on 2 different interstates that were both 55. Interstate 55, and then another one I was on Interstate 55. Then I was on another interstate. It was 23. 2 plus 3 is 5. Then I was on another interstate that was 60, and 60 is the year I was born. And then I was on another interstate. It was 555. Then I was on an interstate 80, which 88 represents, the rapture. We're going to be leaving for eternity to be with the Lord. The 5 wise will be, we'll never, we're going to be going into his kingdom. We'll stay there forever. He said he was going to make us a pillar. But anyhow, the 0, I've always said that's the devil. Now, getting here to this place here, I'm up in Oklahoma, okay, or Oregon. I had to go over a very high mountain, an overpass, and there was ice, thick ice. I could see the lines underneath the ice. It was very thick. And as I was coming up, I started going sideways. And I was like, whoa, because, I ain't been on ice like that since I was a kid. And I started spinning around, and I started to turn around, and I said, man, I ain't going to make it over this. This is pretty wicked. Then I seen about 8 vehicles go up there very slowly, and I said, oh, something was telling me, turn around. And I did. I turned around, and I got behind those vehicles. And I just, very slowly, we cruised all the way through it. And I could see I was on ice. I'm going to say probably a 1/4 inch thick ice. And anyhow, finally got over it. It was slow going, and we got over it. But see, that's the overpass. When we go over, we're going to go up and over. Remember I said they were trying to stop us, reaching to grab for us? We go over them. We're going to leave. This is it. We're going to be, I think we're out of here in the next couple of weeks. I think it's very soon. I can't say the day or the hour. Only, God knows that. But I can tell you that it's very, very close. I mean, listen to the visions I had. I did with the hand, when I took the glove off. There was light coming out of my fingertips. And I went, whoa. And then it was like little pieces of it was breaking off. More light was coming out of them. And then my whole hand turned transparent like. Kind of like that, you see how this angel is? It's light. I guarantee it's a lot brighter than that, This picture's a little wore out. But we're not going to really look like that. We're going to have heavenly bodies when we get to where we're going. And see, they're a lot bigger than that. The angels, the doors that I seen in heaven were huge. And the angels are a lot bigger. It's just when they come here, they can change forms and get small, and they can host in us. They can get in our bodies and host in us. That's why I say I probably got one in me right now, man. You know what I mean? That's how I'm not afraid of nothing. We're getting ready to go. There's a lot of people that got demons in them too, because if you don't have the love of the Lord in you, you're not going to have the Holy Spirit. It's just not going to happen. That's why I say there's 5 wise and 5 foolish. The foolish are going to be left behind here. One place I stopped in, man, they had Volkswagen bugs there with peace signs on the front of them. I'm like, oh, man. And then big condor birds carved out of wood, and I'm going, wow. All these things I was seeing, like the rapture, like we're going to be lifted up, man. And I'm like, man, I felt all the signs around me saying, we're going. And these vans, like you can load up, get in, man. But when we leave, the peace is going with us. And that's when, I guess World War III, all that stuff's going to happen here, and it's going to get very wicked. And then the foolish ones are going to, they're going to wake up, but they're going to have to go through, hell on earth. I guess after we get taken, a lot of them are going to start going, Lord, Lord, let us in, See, a lot of those people that are going around to me saying, have a blessed day, I'm like, man, you know what? I've been living in my truck for 5 months, and it's been horrible. It's been horrible. I haven't liked it. Trying to even take bird baths, it's not been easy, But I passed up. I could have taken jobs now. Don't get me wrong. I was offered $60,000 a year at a football stadium. I turned it down. I told them the games were over. I wasn't here to play games. I came here to do a certain thing, and I'm doing it. And a few people helped me out. I mentioned that too. But I went years where nobody was taking and believing me. Sure, a couple of people here, 3 people helped me just now. I'm grateful for that. But let me tell you something. The Lord moves this way, okay? And I'm coming this path because that was ordained by the Lord. You know, He makes things. He moves people. He moves me. You know what I mean? And we have to be careful not to be trying to take credit for things. You know what I mean? Because you can't buy your way into heaven. You're supposed to do what you do because you feel it's what you want to do. You know what I mean? And that's what the Lord will bless that. But when you can't buy your way there. You know, when you try to buy your way, then you're going to lose it. It's just like He says, you can't, those that seek to save their life will lose it. Those that aren't afraid to lose it will save it. Everything's going to be just the opposite. Those that are last will be first. You know? A lot of people don't understand this, you know, and it's not difficult. You know, it's like when I had my business, you know, yeah, I made good money. I made a lot better than $60,000 a year, but I could have made even more if I didn't care about my health. You know, and I helped my health, you know, the people that were working with me, because I knew things were expensive. You know, and I always helped them. I always brought them sodas to drink. I asked them, you know, if I could bring them something to drink. A lot of people aren't like that. You know, I'm not trying to claim special. I did it because I was compelled to do it. Listen to that song Michael Jackson sang. See, a lot of times there's messages in that music. They don't know it. They're just doing it. Just like 2,000 years ago when they were carving stuff in the stones, there's messages in there. They ain't aware of it. The spirits entered them and did it. You know? Just like the landscaping, the layout of everything. The spirits entered people and did this, you know? And everything happens for a reason, you know? You gotta believe. You know? Remember the one guy that one of Jesus' disciples said, unless I see him, I won't believe it. And then Jesus showed up and he goes, you gotta believe, you know? And he's going, oh, Lord, my God. You know, and he dropped to his knees and he goes, you believe because now you've seen. And he goes, more blessed are those that haven't seen and that believe. You know? But I told you about that girl, man, wanting all that, wouldn't take no fives. She didn't like fives at all. And I seen a lot of fives coming down here. Plus fives are in me. I'm the fifth child, my mother's fifth child. Born on May 23rd. May's the fifth month. 2 plus 3 is 5. I had somebody ask me, is that Jesus next to the girl in the yellow and white shirt or whatever? Well, that was my sister, Hope. And I ended up putting that shirt on when we took that picture because I was wearing that tank top underneath. I took that selfie photo, I'm going to say probably maybe a half an hour before that, you know. And I had to put that shirt on for that family. My mom, you know, she goes, all the kids are here. I want us all to have a picture right now. And you can't see, my sister Faith was the last one in there. And I had better pictures, but I transferred those to this phone because my other phone got shut off. And I was having problems with that other phone all the time from Verizon. So I lost a lot of photos. The ones I managed to save a little bit, I got on this other phone here, which is a cheap one. But anyhow, no, I've never said that. I'm just a reflection. Jesus told his disciples, he goes, if you have love for one another, then others will know that you came from me. You know? And no, I'm just a messenger. You know? Just a messenger. I came here to do what I'm doing, and that's it, you know. I'm just blessed for that, but at the same time, you know, it's difficult, you know. And that's what I'm here for, but I'm tired too. I just wanted to give you this message, man. I've arrived. I'm going to call these people up here, let them know that I made it, and if they got a job application for me to fill out, I'll fill it out. Like I said, I've stopped in some places. I came down to one job before in Birmingham, in Irondale. That's what's weird. See, the town I went to is called Irondale. And then what did it say at the end times? Iron and clay would be mixed. And you know what the guy told me? He goes, I need you to paint the outside of this building and get it done in 6 weeks. He wanted me to do it by myself. He goes, but grab the bull by the horns. I'm going, whoa, man, those are a lot of the signs, man, of demonic stuff, you know. And then when I sent my photo ID and all that in there, I never heard back from them, you know. But I believe the Lord moves us that way, you know. Like that overpass I came over, we're getting ready to get out of here, man. Because I had people saying, what was the overpass like? I said, it's thick ice. And they're like, man, you know, like they didn't want to dare try to drive over it, you know. I did. I made it. And the bad thing is with the pickup truck, you know, your rear end is light. That's where all your traction is, you know. Like I said, I was going sideways for a little while, you know, and I didn't like that. But remember I said I had that vision about being in the river, and most people were going in conveyor belts, going into a mountain and stuff. People threw rocks at me, and I ended up going to another section, you know, like a Y in the road. And it's got something to do with what's getting ready to happen now. But, man, there's huge rivers here. It's all I seen on the way over here, going over the overpass. Huge rivers, man. And I'm like, wow, this is too weird. This is too weird. And then that girl over there wanting change for all that money, and she didn't even know how much she had. And then she kept looking at me like, you know, with a little smile on her face, like a little sinister smile, you know. And I'm thinking, you don't like fives. And I said, fives are all around me. And she looked at me, you know, like she knew that. You know, that's why I say, you know, devil knows I'm here. You know, but that's okay. I told you every place that I've been going, another vision I had where my sinuses were bothering me, which they are, you know. Now, I stopped at a new gas station to get gas. Oh, so the guy turned on the TV, and it was all demonic. And I said, man, this is all evil, man. And he's going, yeah, so. Well, every place that I've been, all along the way, it's the same thing everywhere. Even right here where I'm at. You know, even up in the mountains in Oregon. Even in the mountains in Wyoming. It was all the same. It's like I was seeing the same people everywhere I went. Even in the south. I don't care if you go in the north. It's the same thing. These are demons that entered people. That song Michael Jackson sings about the man in the mirror. You better stop what you're doing and make a change and turn around. Like Boris, the guy that I was renting from in Clearwater, he kept pointing out this guy wearing a black hat, black clothing all the time, trying to pick up prostitutes, and he laughed like it was funny. And I'm like, that's not funny at all, you know? And then after he sold the shop, I never seen the guy again. I think that was Boris's demon that was always right there by him. And then when Boris came back, I told him 3 months later, he stopped by to talk to me. I said, Boris, when you left, I never seen that guy again, and I seen him every day when you were here. Every day. And he goes, no, if he was gone, I'd know about it. And I said, haven't you noticed the weather, the clouds getting different? He goes, it's just weather. I'm going, oh, man, he's got that demon in him. That's what it is. You see, when we look in a mirror and we're doing selfie photos, you're supposed to make sure, do you like the person that you see? You know, when that reflection in the mirror, what do you think everything's so evil for today? Because people are so selfish, so selfie. That's why the evil is, you know, we brought them here. We helped make it possible for them to get in here. That's why they're here. It's not just here, it's all around the world. You know, the Lord knew it. That was their way of getting in, transporting in. You know, it's always been here, but we opened the door wide, man. And the devil just made you your offers, tempting you, and everybody bit it. Like fishing, you know. And once he got you, man, you know, then that spirit could come in. You know, that's why it's so wicked. It's the same thing. I see the same thing everywhere I go. Everywhere I go. Everybody's wearing nose earrings, purple hair, red hair, very tight clothing, you know, seductive. You know, they want you to look at them sexually and be interested, you know. So I had a lot of that dreams like that too, stinking thinking dreams. Be sitting there sleeping, all of a sudden I'm right in the middle of some hardcore action. I don't even know how I got started. I'm just there in it, you know. And that's how they do it, you know. And I'd wake up from it every time because I never took the pleasure in it, and I never tried to. And I'd wake up from it. And I had times where I'd be in there fighting crocodiles. Listen, I never dreamed this much in my life until after the Pope showed up. Everything I said in there is all true. All my videos. My dream about Obama, everything. And then you'll notice my dreams, how we're out of here now, okay? That's all I'm going to say. I'm here, and, even that GROXT1 guy on the YouTube, he was saying in the last video he put up, was saying the same thing, that we're fixing to leave. And I'm just right up above Oregon. It's right up above California. And then here I was led here, and then he said it's getting ready to happen, that we're going to be raptured from right around here. It's going to be happening. And I came over the overpass. If you guys would have seen everything I've seen, man, you'd know this is it. Just get ready, and don't worry about your possessions. You know what I mean? We're getting ready to go. Don't be looking for people to tickle your ears either, man. Because they're going to tell you what you want to hear, but they're going to lead you down another path. I heard this one guy, he's always got real pleasant things like to say, but he's always like, and then there I was in this dream, and I seen this girl, and I went over there to go save her. And I texted back, I said, man, you're always chasing women in your dreams. I could tell. I said, God's the only one that's going to save him. And he kept sounding like he was going to be saving him. You got to be careful, man. There's a lot of tricky. Remember, it says in there, there's going to be people in there that'll deceive even the very elect. But if you feel like somebody's just trying to tickle your ears, you better get away from it. You know what I mean? Because remember, that's what the presidents did. They tell people what they want to hear. I'm sure I'm saying some of the things you like to hear, but I'm not, I'm trying to explain it to you, too. So you're not ignorant about it. Just get ready. We're getting ready to leave, man. I'm right about what I'm saying, too. That's why I got that trumpet above my head, Angel blowing a trumpet. You can clearly see it, right there. There's the angel right there above my head blowing a trumpet. You can clearly see it. I mean, there's not a lot of people with this stuff on them, you know what I mean? Not a lot. I ain't seen anybody. But I think that's the reason why the Lord put it there, so when you get it from me, you're not getting no ear tickling. I'm showing you a photo. There it is. Remember what I said. There's power in the name of the Lord Jesus Christ. Be with the Holy Spirit. All the signs have been telling me we're leaving. And no, I don't know the day or the hour. Jesus even said that himself. I can only tell you that it's going to be any time now. Any time. I mean, it could happen while I'm trying to download this message. I think it's going to be within the next few weeks. It's going to be before May. It'll be before my 56th birthday. I guarantee you that. I mean, that girl was saying how she hates fives. I'm 55, and I don't think that I'm going to see 56 years old here. I got that feeling, Could happen any time. I had some guy that called me and sent me an email saying all the signs from Israel and everything point. They just had the Jewish feast, the Passover. They just had to finish their Passover. And what did I do? I just passed over a pass. It was called the Pass, and it was thick ice. I just passed over it. And the Jewish feast just had their last Passover. And I think they do like a 49 biblical years, something like that. They, there's a lot of deep stuff to it, more than I even know, okay? I don't claim to know everything, and I'm not trying to put a puzzle together either. I'm just telling you what I'm hearing and sharing what I've got, okay? God bless, man, and let's get ready to go, okay? And remember, it's all about Jesus Christ, what he did on the cross. There's power in his name, and the Holy Spirit will be with you, okay? But don't look for signs and all that. I mean, there's been tons of it. Just get ready to go. Be seeking Jesus Christ. Don't get into no debates with anybody. Just delete it. Kick the dust off your shoes.